Having a strong mind is like unlocking a secret power. It shapes how well we navigate life. Mental strength gives us the resilience to keep moving forward, even when challenges feel overwhelming. It helps us face problems head-on, stick to our goals, and handle life's obstacles with determination. While talents and skills are valuable, mental strength ensures we endure when those alone aren't enough. This discussion is rooted in Buddhist teachings, exploring how they relate to 10 habits that can weaken our minds. By understanding and applying these principles, we can embark on a transformative journey to build resilience and develop a stronger, more adaptable mind. Habit 1. Having a negative mindset. A negative mindset is like a heavy cloud that blocks the sunlight of our inner happiness. This habit weakens our mental strength as it colors every aspect of life with gloom and despair. When we focus only on the bad, we miss out on the beauty and goodness happening around us. It's like wearing dark glasses. Everything seems dim, even the most beautiful moments. Constant negativity shapes our beliefs, leading us to think that success and happiness are unattainable. This outlook becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, influencing our decisions and actions. We may avoid risks or new opportunities, convinced they'll lead to failure. To overcome negativity, Buddhism offers profound guidance: mindfulness. This practice involves observing our thoughts without judgment. Instead of letting negative thoughts dominate, we can acknowledge them and gently shift our focus to positive aspects. It's like sweeping away clouds to reveal the sun. Loving kindness meditation, metta. This involves directing warm, compassionate thoughts toward ourselves and others. Regular practice transforms our mindset, fostering positivity and compassion. Impermanence. Buddhism teaches that everything, including tough times, is temporary. By embracing this, we can face challenges with resilience, knowing that difficulties will eventually pass. Through these teachings, we can break free from negativity's hold, empowering ourselves to cultivate a more positive and resilient mind. Habit 2. Complaining about things outside your control. Complaining about things we can't control is like holding onto a hot coal. It only burns us. This habit weakens our minds because it focuses on problems rather than solutions. It's like being stuck in quicksand. The more we complain, the deeper we sink into negativity. Buddhism sheds light on this habit and offers tools to overcome it. Impermanence. Complaining often stems from a belief that problems are permanent. Recognizing that all things change helps us see challenges as temporary, freeing us from the cycle of discontent. Acceptance. Learning to accept life's ups and downs is like dancing in the rain, rather than complaining about the storm. Acceptance lightens our mental load and fosters inner peace. Letting go. This practice involves releasing unnecessary burdens, like setting down a heavy backpack. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means focusing energy on what truly matters. By incorporating these principles, we shift from a mindset of passive complaint to one of active problem-solving. This approach strengthens our mental resilience and enables us to face adversity with clarity and purpose. Habit 3. Not expressing yourself. Not expressing yourself is like owning a treasure chest, but keeping it locked away. This habit weakens the mind because it prevents us from sharing our thoughts, feelings, and ideas. Without expressing ourselves, we risk bottling up emotions, which can lead to stress, anxiety, or a sense of being overwhelmed. Buddhism offers guidance on overcoming this habit. Right speech. In Buddhism, right speech encourages us to communicate with truth, kindness, and mindfulness. It's like planting seeds of positivity. Our words can foster understanding and connection when spoken thoughtfully. Mindfulness. Being mindful helps us become aware of our emotions, like holding up a mirror to reflect our inner state. When we understand our feelings, we can express them with clarity and compassion. Non-verbal communication. Sometimes our body language and gestures convey emotions that words cannot. Being mindful of these unspoken signals enhances our ability to express ourselves authentically. By aligning our communication with these teachings, we can release the mental pressure of unexpressed emotions. Authentic self-expression brightens our inner world, fostering resilience and strengthening our relationships. Habit 4. Blaming others for your problems. Blaming others for our problems is like trying to run a race with a backpack full of rocks. It slows us down and takes away our power. This habit weakens the mind because it shifts responsibility away from ourselves, making us passive spectators in our own lives. Buddhist teachings help us break free from the blame game. Karma. The concept of karma teaches that our actions have consequences. When we blame others, we ignore our role in shaping our experiences. Taking personal responsibility is like reclaiming the steering wheel of our lives, enabling us to navigate challenges with confidence. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is not about excusing others' actions. It's about releasing the burden of resentment. It's like setting down a heavy load, allowing ourselves to move forward freely. Mindfulness. Mindfulness helps us become aware of our tendencies to blame. By observing our thoughts and actions, we can shift from blame to responsibility, empowering ourselves to make positive changes. When we stop blaming others and take ownership of our journey, we step into our power. This shift strengthens our minds and fosters a sense of self-empowerment, enabling us to navigate life with greater resilience. Habit 5. Fantasizing instead of visualizing. Fantasizing is like building castles in the air, beautiful but without a foundation. This habit weakens the mind by disconnecting us from reality, often leading to disappointment when life doesn't align with our imagined scenarios. Buddhism encourages us to shift from fantasies to grounded visualization, right intention and right action. Visualization involves creating realistic mental images of achievable goals and taking practical steps to reach them. It's like having a treasure map that guides us toward our aspirations. Impermanence. Clinging to fixed fantasies can lead to frustration when life inevitably changes. Recognizing impermanence helps us adapt to shifting circumstances, much like riding a wave instead of resisting it. Mindfulness. Mindfulness grounds us in the present moment, helping us appreciate what we have while working toward our goals. It's like wearing glasses that bring life into clear focus. By replacing fantasies with realistic visualization, we cultivate a more resilient and focused mindset. This shift empowers us to manifest positive realities and navigate life with purpose and determination. Habit 6. Not making time for personal relationships. Neglecting personal relationships is like tending to a garden, but forgetting to water the plants. Over time, the garden withers, and so do our connections. This habit weakens the mind because humans thrive on meaningful relationships that provide joy, comfort, and support. Buddhist teachings emphasize the value of cultivating connections. Presence. Being fully present with loved ones is like sunshine for relationships. It helps them grow and flourish. Spending quality time together nurtures bonds and deepens understanding. Communication. Open and mindful communication is like the wind that propels a boat forward. Listening and sharing our thoughts strengthens relationships, much like watering plants to keep them vibrant and alive. Impermanence. Recognizing that our time with loved ones is fleeting motivates us to prioritize these relationships. It's like savoring a delicious meal. knowing it won't last forever. By incorporating these practices into our lives, we can cultivate meaningful relationships that serve as a strong support system. Breaking free from the habit of neglecting connections allows us to navigate life with the joy and companionship of those who matter most. Habit 7. Letting your emotions rule you. Letting emotions control us is like being swept away by a strong river current. We lose our footing and direction. This habit weakens the mind because unmanaged emotions can be overwhelming and lead us astray. Buddhism provides tools to develop emotional intelligence, mindfulness. Observing emotions without judgment is like standing on the riverbank and watching the current flow. This practice helps us avoid being swept away by feelings and instead respond wisely. Loving kindness. Meditation, cultivating compassion for ourselves and others, is like planting seeds of kindness in our hearts. This practice helps us approach emotions with understanding and balance. Emotional intelligence, recognizing, understanding, and managing emotions, is like using a compass during a storm. It allows us to navigate challenges with clarity and intention. By embracing these teachings, we learn to steer our emotional ship with mindfulness and compassion. This shift empowers us to respond to life's emotional ups and downs with resilience and grace, strengthening our mental well-being. Habit 8. Trying to control everything. Trying to control everything is like juggling too many balls. It's exhausting, and eventually something will fall. This habit weakens the mind by setting us up for frustration and disappointment when life doesn't go as planned. Buddhism teaches us the power of letting go. Non-attachment. Letting go of the illusion of control is like realizing we can't hold on to clouds. They're always shifting and changing. Accepting this truth frees us from unnecessary struggle. Acceptance. Surrendering control doesn't mean giving up. It means recognizing the limits of our influence. It's like tending a garden. We can nurture the seeds, but we can't control the weather. Mindfulness. Focusing on what we can influence and letting go of the rest is like anchoring ourselves during a storm. This approach helps us navigate uncertainty with resilience and grace. By releasing the need to control everything, we paradoxically gain empowerment. This mindset shift allows us to flow with life's changes, strengthening our mental resilience and creating a sense of freedom. Habit 9. Dwelling on the past. Dwelling on the past is like carrying a heavy backpack filled with old memories. It slows us down and makes our journey more difficult. This habit weakens the mind because it keeps us stuck in what's already happened, preventing us from fully embracing the present or looking forward to the future. Buddhist teachings offer profound insights to overcome this habit. Mindfulness. Practicing mindfulness helps us focus on the present moment, clearing out the mental clutter of the past. It's like opening a window to let in fresh air, renewing our perspective and energy. Forgiveness. Letting go of old grievances, both toward others and ourselves, is like setting down a heavy burden. Forgiveness frees us to move forward without the weight of resentment or regret. Impermanence. Acknowledging that everything changes is like watching a flowing river. The water never stays the same. By accepting this truth, we stop clinging to past experiences and embrace life's continuous flow. Letting go of the past doesn't mean forgetting it, but learning from it. By practicing mindfulness, forgiveness, and self-compassion, we transform the past into a teacher, empowering us to live fully in the present. Habit 10. Worrying about what others say and do. Worrying about what others think or say is like carrying a heavy backpack filled with their opinions. It burdens us and hinders our authenticity. This habit weakens the mind because it ties our self-worth to external judgments, leaving us vulnerable to others' approval or criticism. Buddhist teachings guide us toward liberation from this habit. Equanimity. Cultivating balance amidst praise and criticism is like standing on solid ground while the winds of opinions blow around us. We remain steady, unshaken by external judgments. Self-acceptance. Embracing our true selves is like wearing clothes that fit us perfectly. It feels natural and empowering. By letting go of the need for approval, we free ourselves to express our authentic selves. Mindfulness. Observing thoughts and reactions without attachment is like using a guiding light in a maze of opinions. Mindfulness helps us find our way back to our inner truth, unaffected by the noise of others' judgments. By incorporating these teachings, we build a strong shield of self-love and authenticity. This frees us from the mental weight of external validation, allowing us to live a life guided by our inner strength and values. The transformative power of Buddhist teachings. These 10 habits, when left unchecked, can weaken our minds and hold us back from living with resilience and clarity. However, by weaving the principles of mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom into our daily lives, we can transcend these negative patterns. Breaking free from these habits is an invitation to embark on a transformative journey, one that empowers us to cultivate enduring mental strength, self-awareness, and inner peace. As we integrate these teachings into our lives, we unlock the potential to navigate life's challenges with purpose, joy, and authenticity.